Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. It's Thursday night, 7 p.m., and I appreciate you all tuning in. I have a great show lined up tonight. A special guest, Rob Camarda. He had a meeting he couldn't get out of a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now, and he graciously accepted to be on tonight. And I'm looking forward to hearing from Rob. He's one of my favorite drone people, as we say, and I fly a lot with him when I'm back in New York. And he's coming to the South Florida drone meetup again, so I'm looking forward to seeing him when he gets down here. But and he's sponsoring it too. And if there's anybody in the chat that really don't know about the South Florida drone meetup, really. It'll be here before you know it, really. The information's scrolling along the bottom there. We're having our 5th annual South Florida Drone Meetup on April 4th to the 7th, 2025 at the Jensen Beach Causeway Park in Jensen Beach, Florida. And it's free to come. Just let me know. I'll add you to the list. I have the list, and we got 130 names on the list as of today. So we're going to have another great drone meetup there in Jensen Beach. But it's a weekend event. It really is. It starts off with a great meet and greet at Sticks Billiard Club in Stewart. And I know Bill is in the chat, and he's listening. And I'm not just saying this because Bill's in the chat, but he does a great job, at that meet and greet. He's the one responsible for the sponsorship. And I got to say thank you to Bill, really, for that. We have a great time at Sticks. Some of the pool sharks come out. We got some pool sharks in this drone community. Barkley and Jenna, they're a couple of the pool sharks, and I don't know, but I think that's where they made their connection. And I'm happy for them, really. So, but anyway, it'll be here before you know it. So if you come in, let me know. I'll add you to the list. But the big thing is the hotel rooms are almost sold out. So the official hotel is the Hampton Inn and Suites in Stewart North, it's called. And if you haven't called the hotel, call them ASAP, because they will run out of our block of rooms, and we get a great rate. It's $139 for a room, $149 for a suite. So make your reservations before you lose out, and you got to go somewhere else or pay a higher rate. But anyway, I got to say hello to everybody in the chat, really, because it really means so much to me that you take the time out of your Thursday night to tune in tonight, really. And Ron Johnson, he was number one today. He checked in early this afternoon, and it's always good to see Ron. And Paul Brown was right behind him. And then we had Angel checking in early. How you doing, Angel? Good to see you. And Angel's coming, just to let you know. And Paul's coming. They're coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup, guys. So, and I know this chat is flying by now, so I don't know who was next, but I know John Connecticut Pirate, he's in the chat tonight, and John Olson's watching. And I really appreciate that. TJ, Giggles FPV, he's watching tonight. How you doing, TJ? Good to see you. And I know I saw Captain Joe. He's watching down there in Louisiana. Can you imagine Captain Joe and Johnny had this major snowstorm? Us in the Northeast, or when I was in the Northeast in the winter, you know, we got snow all the time, but to them it was the event of the century. They're saying. And I was watching them flying. Johnny was flying drones. Captain Joe was flying drones in the snow. It looked like they were having a great time. But thanks for tuning in tonight. And Johnny's in the chat. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you. And I know I saw Steve Jeunesse. He's watching up there in Vermont. How you doing, Steve? And if I go too fast, I'm going to miss some names. And if I do that, I apologize. I don't do it on purpose. Brian, Waypoint, New England. He's watching. Good to see you, Brian. And we got Philip Koshat, the Shat Show, watching. How you doing, Philip? He says it's 37, but it's going down to 22. So stay warm, Philip. But I tell you, let me see if I can get Jim Anderson's watching. How you doing, Jim? Good to see you. And Barkley's not lurking tonight. So how you doing, Barkley? Good to see you. And I'm going to keep an eye out on the names in the chat. I'll try to acknowledge you when you come in. And but again, I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch the live stream, my live stream, and also the Fly for Fun show every other week now. But we try to keep it interesting, that's for sure. And tonight, I have a very, very interesting guest. He's one of the best drone pilots in our drone community. There's no doubt in my mind about it. So I would like you all to give a warm welcome to Rob Camarda, Aviano Aerial Photography. He's coming to us all the way from Long Island.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Is my mic on?
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds
awesome.
good.
All right.
And you got your partner in crime there.
Yeah, my little grumpy dog, Jax. He looks all cute and innocent right now, but believe me, when I go to put him down, he'll get so upset with me.
Well, that's what happens. I know. Yeah. Oh, he's growling. Is he growling?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Purring. He's purring.
Oh, purring. Okay, yeah. I gotcha. Well, I know the people in the chat are getting kick out of Jack. That's for sure. Hey, we got Trucker Steve in the house. How you doing? And Jerry Bowers watching. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my dog down now. You're gonna see him go from a nice, cute puppy to a tyrant. Here we go. Actually, this isn't bad.
All right, good. How old is Jack?
He's gonna be 8 next month.
Oh, all right. Okay. Hey, we got Bob Dempsey in the house. Old Fords with Drones. How you doing, Bob? I guess he's back from Panama. Last I heard, he was down in Panama. But I want to say thank you for being on tonight, Rob. I know you're busy. You work full time, and you also volunteer for the Syosset Fire Department. And I appreciate you taking the time to be on.
Thank you for having me. I'm like the fill-in guest, like the Johnny Carson had a fill-in guest. What was it, Don Rickles that would fill in all the time? So
well, I tell you, I enjoy having you on. You're very knowledgeable. You share your knowledge with me when I fly with you, and I really appreciate that.
I try.
Yeah. But I tell you, you're a big sponsor of the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I got to say thank you for doing that. You sent us a couple of packages, and I did an unboxing.
It fell off the back of the truck. You want me to share it?
Yeah.
All right. And let's see if I do this right.
I know there's a lot of people that are in the chat that aren't on Facebook, so they didn't really see my unboxing that I did with one of your donations. So let me see if I can share that now. Here we go. This is Rob and one of his donations.
Look what I got. I have another box. I received another box for the South Florida Drone Meetup. This one is from Rob Camarda again. So let's open the box.
That's a great
Rob picture. Had already sent the box.
Oh man, look at this. Look at this. A nice case. Wow, nice drone.
That's a nice case, drone
Very
case.
nice, Rob. Thank you very much. And oh man, look at this! Where do you guys see this? It's a DJI Neo from Rob Camarda. Thank you so much, Rob. Really. Some lucky giveaway prize winner's gonna walk home with all these prizes. This is gonna be one bundle, by the way. He wants to give it away as all one bundle.
Yep.
And we got some DJI Mavic Air 2 props too. So thank you, Rob. And let's see what this is. This is the charging hub for the Neo. Two-way charging hub. Thank you.
This is great, Rob.
What
Really.
we got? One more thing in here. And it's prop guards from Phantom 4. So thank you, Rob. Really. I can't say enough thank yous to all our sponsors. Really. It means so much to us. It makes this South Florida drone meetup a total success. A lot of people know they're going to come and they're going to go home with giveaway prizes. But it's more or less about everybody getting together, flying together, seeing old friends, making new friends, and that's what it's all about. But I got to say thank you again to Rob Camarda.
All
Very, very nice, Rob. Really. So I have to say thank you so much for your donations. Really.
So the prop guards for the
Mhm.
Phantom 4 and the what is it the props for what was it the DJI Air 2 or something.
Mhm.
Those are from Stevie
Right.
Bronx.
Okay.
I just threw them in the box. He had a
Gotta
lot more stuff. I just couldn't fit it in the box.
gotta say thank you to Stevie Bronx too.
Yeah.
Then.
Yep.
So, but anyway, we got Eddie Nunez in the chat. How you doing,
Yeah.
Eddie? Good to see you. Yep,
And he's a
you're
great
absolutely
guy.
right. He's a celebrity, no doubt about it, Eddie.
Yes, Stevie and I went out to New Jersey, to Chatham, New Jersey, investigating these drones, and it was again, and I'm guilty of it too. I keep calling them drones. It's not if they're unidentified, they're unidentified. If they're not,
Yeah, you
we're,
don't know what they are.
we're hurting our own community by calling them drones. We all need to stop that too. So
Yeah. Well, have you been flying lately, Rob, or just too
so
busy and the weather's not cooperating?
the weather has been brutally cold up here in New York. I know you're in a nice warm spot in Florida. What's the coldest there? 50? It's I haven't been flying much. I wanted to get out in the snow, but I wound up having to work, when it would have been an optimal time to fly and get some good shots. So I didn't get out in the snow. I have been flying. I have a DJI Neo myself, and I've been ripping it around the firehouse, having a little fun.
Well, that's it. That's what it's all about. Flying for fun. Um, but I tell you, I give you so much credit, Rob, because you're a volunteer with the Syosset Fire Department, and you actually were very instrumental in starting up the drone unit at the fire department. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about that?
About the drone unit or starting it up or
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
so well, let me kind of start with this. 50% of the country, the fire departments are all volunteer. 50% of the country still. And if you have the time, take the time, join your local fire department and help out in any capacity that you can. That I want to get through first. But with that said, pulling away from interior firefighters to fly a drone is not a productive use of using a drone. So that's, you get a lot of pushback with trying to start a program like this because it's really a tertiary tool. It's not as we say in the fire department, you put wet stuff on the red stuff and everything else gets better, right? So the drone will just give you a bigger picture for, larger structure fire, commercial fires. Did Rob say work? What's he?
Yeah, Johnny, you got to watch Johnny.
So it was very hard to get the program started because, again, you don't want to take away from your interior firefighters. And when I say interior, that's the firefighters that wear the SCBA and
Yep.
actually go into structures during, firematic events. Go ahead, Ray.
Well,
Yeah.
when you brought up the proposal, you actually offered to use your own personal drones to start this program up, correct?
Yeah, I offered I said I would fly my own equipment, the Ortel Evo 2 with thermal imaging for 1 year. So it was a program that started that the department didn't have to spend any money on,
Right.
right? They didn't have to do any training and buy any equipment. I'll show up to the structure fires with my personal drone, as long as I would have insurance coverage in the event of an issue with, the drone crashing or something. And it's covered under our department policy, believe it or not. It's a broad brush.
Good.
There was some pushback from one or two of the commissioners, but when we
Typical.
discussed it, yeah, well, everything it's communication, because it's new.
Exactly.
Drones are still extremely new, and we're still. I don't want to get off point too much. We're still learning how to get the best information we can and when's the best time to fly, because you don't need to fly a drone for every fire.
Right.
You just don't. There's not the need. So when do you deploy the drone is key. So getting back, so after meeting with the commissioners and having some discussions, I just presented it this way in saying that how many programs have you as commissioners started in the fire department that cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then 2 years they're gone because you lost key personnel within the fire department that was qualified, like we had a technical rescue team, which is extensive training.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Extensive training. But when that member moved away to another state, $500,000 vehicle plus the equipment on it. What do you do with it now? You have to sell it. So, it's all gone. So this was an opportunity for them to experiment with new equipment, new technology, and not have any cost to the department or the community. So it was a win-win.
It was really nice of you to offer to do that. Really.
I really see a need for drones in firematic situations, first responder situations, and we've done
Hey,
some
Jeremy.
successful missions.
But anyway, your program, since you started it, has really expanded, correct?
We have
It was a
10
total
pilots.
success.
10 pilots. I have to give a lot of credit to. I'm sure some of the people may or may not be aware of a program called Drone Sense, but it's really a fleet management system for first responders. And they have been awfully gracious in what they've offered us to experiment with their software before we started paying for it. I can't say enough about Drone Sense and the way the software works. It's incredible.
Okay.
If a department drone takes off anywhere in the world, if it takes off, I get a notification on my phone and I could see what the drone sees right from my phone or a
That's
tablet
amazing.
or a
It
computer.
really is amazing when you think about it.
Yeah, it's great software. It's great. And the company is very supportive of first responders and the needs that we have.
Well, that's great, that they've accepted it, and it's a successful program. And I wish I do have a video of when I was lucky enough to be invited to the Syosset Fire Department open house, and I really got to say thank you to him for inviting me, Rob, to that. But
That day is a lot
I'm
of fun.
very impressed with your M30 drone. So let me
Yeah.
show a little of that video right now, so people get an idea of what you're flying.
Anyway, there's Rob. He's over at the Fire Department Command Center. You got the drone. on the landing pad. Take off
Feel
the
free to
head.
interject anything,
And
Rob.
he'll be sending it up shortly. Just gonna send that
Uh, I don't want to beat up my department too much, but there's another piece of equipment that's
brief overview of what's happening
we
today.
really shouldn't have.
Today we do this
Command
once a
post, you
year.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So we do this once a year to educate the public on fire safety, what to do in the event of a fire or a small hazard. We have a smokehouse that Ray will show you later in the stream, and we have free rides so that the public can see what it's like riding an actual fire truck with lights and sirens. We do live burns, so people will actually get a little sense of the heat from a distance. And today we're going to feature the M30T, getting some nice shots of fire using thermal imagery.
The aerial perspective that a drone gives is such an advantage for the fire departments that have them. Very few have them, right, Rob?
Yeah, very, very few, at least on Long Island. I don't know about the rest of the country, but on Long Island, very
It was
few.
pretty impressive.
Volunteer departments, speaking
And Rob
specifically
sent
of.
the Mavic 30 up to cover it. But look at this. This is so cool. And I give the firefighters so much credit. I really do. Firefighter is a dangerous job. It didn't take long. And Rob was sending the Mavic 30 thermal above the car to get a great overview of the whole scene. And I wish we could show the thermal camera on it, because that's very impressive. The first time you showed me the thermal camera was when we were up at that Rhode Island drone meetup, and I was
Right.
so impressed with it. But that was an Autel drone. This one's even better, right?
Yeah, the M30T. Actually, the thermal imaging, they're about the same as far as quality. They're both 640 by 1020 or whatever it is. They're both relatively similar. You think I put enough cones out?
Well, it's always better to be safe, you know? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell
But
you,
that
Rob,
was
that
cool.
was impressive. I was watching it, the live feed right on the cell phone.
Did you screen record it?
Yeah. I was recording it,
Oh, it's
and
pretty
taking screenshots, but that was great. That's a big asset.
It's a good, and it's that easy for the chiefs. Today, for the public, we created a QR code that gave you guys a link, but the chiefs, commissioners, have an automatic link every time this drone takes off.
Look at
Good
that
afternoon.
drone.
My name is Gio Graceffa.
All right.
I'm one of the
Yeah.
But
fire
anyway,
commissioners of the Syosset Fire District. I've been a commissioner here in
that was
Syosset
great,
for-
Rob.
Yeah,
That was really, really great.
yeah. Fire Prevention Day is just a fun day. It's all about the kids, really. It's a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. And you with the live burns, when you're sitting out there, you get to feel the heat of the fire, which usually shocks the public a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got a question
So,
for you from Paul Brown. Wasn't big.
how do we choose the car we're going to burn? Whichever one the junkyard gives us is the one. That's what we burn.
All right. That's good, though. But you actually build those buildings, too. And you
Yeah.
set the buildings on fire that day.
Yeah. So Home Depot donates the lumber to us.
And I'll try to
And,
cue that up, too.
one of our members, who's an excellent contractor, he builds them in his shop like as a kit, and then we literally in about 1 hour we put both structures up.
Okay. Yep. Very cool. Well, thank you for your volunteer work, too, Jim.
Yeah, thank you, Jim.
Yeah. So, trying to keep up with the comments.
I don't know how you do that, Ray.
No, I don't do it
I
well,
can't.
But like I say, that's my second open house that you invited me to, and I just think they're so very, very interesting to see you and your drones and the thermal cameras in action, really. You know.
Yeah, I think our next drone is going to be the Avata too, unless they release something really soon, sooner, which I don't think they will. I don't think it'll be about a year before they release a third Avata.
And we all know Johnny used to be a firefighter back in the day too.
Yes,
So
he
we got to
was.
say thank you to Johnny for his service. You know.
That's
But
why we get along. We poke fun at you, Ray. We poke fun at
I
all the
thought it was
cops.
because you guys are both Italian.
Oh, is that what it is?
And we got Jody in the house. Sean Shots. How you doing, Jody? Good to see you. So, but anyway, um, I got to say, I'm looking forward to flying with you at the South Florida Drone Meetup, Rob.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Some
It's going to
warm
be
weather.
here. It's going to be here before you know it.
Yeah, right around the corner.
And I don't know if I told everybody about the South Florida Drone Meetup merchandise, but Jeremy Alms has agreed to do the shirts and other merch. He said, "I'm going to do other merchandise also," and I tell you, I'm so relieved because that was a big job that I had to do. But he did a great job on the new logo. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, and I received my shirt and coffee mug and sticker the other day when I got back from the cruise, and it was such a great thing to see at the door when I opened the box. But if you want any merchandise, order it now. Things could change. He says he's giving 100% off on it. All you got to do is pay for shipping, and you put the code SFD100 in there, and hopefully he's still doing that. And it's at the sfdmshop.com. So
I think he should change the code to SFD 107.
I know. I tell you. But you're number 107 on the drone South Florida drone meetup list.
I better be. As long as it's not Barkley, then we're good.
You paid me $100 to get that number.
$107.
So, no, Barkley, you're number 107 on the South Florida drone meetup list, and Jen is number 108.
I don't know if you remember, but last year my room number was 107.
Right, I remember that. I do remember that. So, but anyway, no. I think you're 107A.
Yeah, 107A. Hold on 1 second, right?
But so, and I have to say,
sorry about that.
I'm a little under the weather. I got.
That's my son behind me.
Oh, there he is. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, you want to say hi? Sure. Go ahead. That's Ray.
Hi.
Hey, I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you came down. Now all we got to do is get your father to bring you down to the South Florida drone meetup.
Maybe one day.
You like flying drones?
It's all right. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's good. But you're more than welcome to join us at the South Florida Drone Meetup. We'd love to have you.
Okay. I might have school though.
I know. Sometimes things like that get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but that's great. Your dad is a big part of this drone community. He can't hear us, so we can say all kind of things about him now.
Yeah.
No, he is. He's one of the best
What's he saying
drone
about
pilots among us, really. Just to let you know that. So.
I know.
Yep. So, but anyway,
Thank you.
all right. Well, thanks for joining us. That's
now you got
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad he joined us. Really.
Yeah.
And
I
just to
told
let
him
you know, I invited him to the South Florida Drone Meetup to come with you.
He'd be bored out of his mind hanging out with a bunch of us old men.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, it was good that he was not shy, and you put him on, and he got on. That's
I
good.
hear him on
My
the
son. No, he would have said no.
I hear him on the computer all night long, playing video games and stuff, screaming and yelling. I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid. Both
I know.
nephews are good. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky.
Yes. And I asked him if he likes flying drones. He says, "Yeah, it's all right."
Yeah, I bought the DJI FPV for him, and I'm the one that winds up. I'm flying it more than he does. I love flying that drone. I crash it all the time. I love that drone. Is so much fun.
Yeah, I know. But um, I know you. I got to say thank you because you were one of the guys who let me fly his Avata. You know,
Yeah.
when you first got it, you let me try on those goggles and
Yeah.
handle the controls. But
Did you
as
fly
you
it
know,
through the tunnel, the walkthrough tunnel when we were there, or
no,
I
I
did it.
just flew it in the parking lot
Oh,
like a
okay.
GPS drone.
I didn't remember if you flew it through the tunnel or I flew it through the tunnel. I just remember.
What happened was Rob let me fly it, and I'm not an FPV guy by any means. And we were at Jones Beach at sunrise, and he let me fly it, so I could say I flew it. And Michael Wright also let me fly the Avata, his Avata, but I flew his with the motion controller. Hey,
Yeah,
Mio drone, how are you? Thank you for joining. So I got to say thank you to both of you.
it's
So
a lot. I like that drone. It's a lot of fun to fly. I wonder how much different the Avata 2 is as compared to the Avata 1 as far as the flight characteristics. I know the camera's much improved, but I just wonder how it flies differently.
I'm not up on that, Rob. So I know the flip came out this week while I was on the cruise. And a lot of people are saying it's not much better than the Neo. Really,
Right.
that's
Well,
that's the little bit I've got out of.
so I have the Neo also for myself. Besides what you have for a giveaway. So, and I like flying the Neo. But what if someone in the chat can tell me what's so much better? Not better, different about the Flip as opposed to the Neo, because I don't see it. I just, why would you spend the money on that, on the Flip, and as opposed to a DJI Neo, which only costs $200?
Right. Yeah. I don't know, but maybe one day I'll just get into it. But right now I'm just happy flying the camera drones. And tonight, I got one of my drones right here. I was going to show everybody. It's not the Mavic 3. I was supposed to fly this Air 2S today, you know, and it got postponed because of the weather. But I love this Air 2S. I really do, and I'm looking forward to flying it. Um, but another thing, Rob, is I do a tip of the week, as you know, and this week's tip, nothing really sophisticated, but it's update your Fly Safe app, your DJI Fly Safe app, if you want to unlock the geo fence. Right, that's a new thing that DJI did, and I updated my drones. I'm all good to go. But it's a good little tip. If you haven't done it, do it. If you don't care that it has a geo fence, all well and good too. Rob, do you have a tip for the
Stay
viewers?
stay away from trees, and you'll do just fine. So
Yeah.
I have to ask you, what's your opinion on DJI getting rid of the true geofencing as opposed and just letting you hit that option button to okay and decide you could fly through it as opposed to stopping the drone. How do you feel about that?
Well, again, I didn't have a problem with the geofencing, to be honest with you. It gave me an added sense of security, to be honest with you. And you could unlock it if you really wanted to. And I've done that. Um, but again, now you just got to be well aware of where you're flying. Check your
Well,
air control.
to their credit, it'll still warn you,
Right.
right?
Yes.
It'll still warn you, right? And it's just a matter of clicking a button on the screen saying, if something happens, it's your fault, But I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I think it was, although I like the fact that my Autel I could fly anywhere I wanted, and you know me, I'm kind of by the rules kind of guy, so it's not like I'm out there flying where I shouldn't. But it was just nice to know that it's like driving a car. You could do 100 miles an hour, but do you really do 100 miles an hour? It's just good to have that option, I guess. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the removal of the true
Really? Okay.
geofencing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know Jeff Norman's glad because that was a big gripe he had against DJI drones because of that. But anyway, got to say hello to DeMarco. He's in the house tonight. How you doing, DeMarco? Thanks for tuning in. So, um, and before I forget, I got to say that John Gregory, he's going to be my special guest next week, and I got to say thank you for John for doing that.
That's a real guest. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
you're so modest, Rob.
hey,
Really, you know.
idiot.
So no, you are, like I say, one of the most knowledgeable and best pilots that I know, really. And the other thing is your personality. You know, I enjoy being around you.
I'm a
So.
clown. I'm here to amuse you. That's what it
Well, you
is.
think you're a comedian,
Oh,
So, and I haven't really put this up, but if anybody has any questions for Rob, put them in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye out for them.
yeah, right. If you don't
Really.
post them in that big, beautiful writing there, I won't see them. I can't read the chat and look at the screen and talk and
Yeah,
all that. I can't multitask like that.
but it's always good. Like I say, okay. Yeah, in Europe, they DJI removed the geo fence last year, and that was good. I guess it worked out over there.
I wonder what the true reasoning is behind them removing it. That something's going, something not nefarious, but something's going on internally. I don't, where they're making that decision because the geofencing worked fairly well. I know. Oh, stop it, Eddie. Stop it, Eddie. Stop.
He read that, Eddie. See that? He read that.
Again, it's just interesting why they took it down.
Yeah, I know. All right, we got a question from John, Connecticut Pirate. He wants to know what your favorite drone is to fly. Good question,
Okay.
John.
I can't answer that as one single drone. So to have the most proximity feeling with the drone, I love flying the FPV, the DJI FPV drone. I don't think I will ever go full FPV because I like to have that ability to just let the GPS take control of the drone. I have that little safety net.
Yep.
For the cinematic shots, I love the Mavic 3. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah. I was hoping you were going to say the Mavic 3, really, because needless to say, the Mavic 3 is my favorite. But
Yes.
And it was such an unfortunate thing of when we were flying in Port Jefferson. And I don't mean to bring up,
Oh, you can.
a bad incident, but to this day, we still really don't know what caused it. Definitely
I caused it. I told you, I caused it. It's my own fault. I didn't.
I don't know about that.
I didn't lock in the satellites, right? So I took off right away because I wanted to catch the boat going out, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what interfered with the drone that it lost the signal, but had I taken the steps that you're supposed to calibrate, again, I didn't calibrate the compass, I didn't calibrate the IMU, and the last time I flew that drone was down in Florida at the South Florida Drone Meetup, right? So it's thousands of miles difference. I didn't wait for the satellites to have enough locks before I took off. I was just rushing to get out and get the shot. I lost signal.
Right.
Now, had I calibrated the compass, the IMU, and got the satellites locked,
And that home point set.
right. It would have returned to home. It's my own fault. Right. It's my own fault.
Well, I still feel bad about that. I do. And we got to say hello to Rick. Buckeye Drones is in the house. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you. And you're absolutely right. I think it does remove liability from DJI. Yes. Yeah. So
that's an interesting legal question. What liability would they have?
Well, you know how people are and courts are. You just never know, really. But there's a lawsuit for everybody, really. But Connecticut Pirate, he wants to fly Sunrise with you.
Absolutely. I want to, and hit up Eddie on it. I'll bring the Nespresso pods if Eddie will bring that portable Nespresso machine.
Yeah. So
I had a great sunrise flight with Eddie and Steve in the fall upstate. We got some great shots. It was a fun morning too.
Yeah. And he says it's great with the Hudson River being frozen right now, Rob. So, that's got to be cool. I know, John Flynn flies a lot in Michigan with the frozen waterfront area. And it does look cool. It really does. So,
Eddie, if you want, hit me up on Saturday. I'll run out with you Saturday morning.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's good. I look forward to your videos. I do.
I don't post videos. You know that. Eddie posts them. It's for me. It's the time it would take me to edit a video. So everything that I film, I kind of have on a hard drive, and when I retire, I'll start editing, and I'll take time enjoying that.
Yeah. Anyway, Rick, Eddie goes to the Dominican Republic usually around that time. I think that's what he would say in the chat if he sees your message. But we'd love to have Eddie down there, that's for sure. Yeah, there it is. He put it in there. So anyway, I just came back from the Dominican Republic, Eddie. I didn't bring the drone on the cruise ship. I chickened out at the last minute. I didn't want to get grabbed for smuggling contraband onto the cruise ship, so I left it home.
Don't they take your drone on the ship?
Well, they would. They take them and secure them. That's what I've been told, but I just didn't want to go through that type of thing.
So when you got to the Dominican Republic, would they if you said, "Hey, I want the drone," would they hand it to you so you could fly it, or?
I don't know the exact policy on Norwegian cruise line. I did sneak it on to the smaller ship here in Palm Beach, and I got it on, and I flew over in the Bahamas that time. But I did get my special permission in the Bahamas to fly there.
And how'd you go about doing that?
Just send it's called, I think it's the Civil Air Aviation Bureau or something like that via an email. And they wanted which drone I was bringing, the serial number of the drone, how long I was going to be in the country. And when I told them that, they approved it right away. Within a day, I had my approval.
So is that a blanket approval to fly anywhere in the Bahamas or?
Yes.
Okay.
It was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, but Eddie was saying that you don't even need approval in the Dominican Republic. So, but anyway. And I know Bob Dempsey, just to let everybody know, he's organized a pre-South Florida drone meetup cruise out of San Juan just prior to the meetup. And a lot of people are going on it already, but he has made special arrangements for that group to bring drones on the cruise ship.
Oh, that's cool.
If you have any interest in that, get a hold of Bob Dempsey or Audrey.
Where does the cruise leave out of?
Puerto Rico, San Juan. Yeah.
It leaves out of Puerto Rico and comes up. Okay.
Yeah. So, but
that's all.
Anyway, like I say, I had a good time on the cruise, but unfortunately I got a little sick, and I guess it was from the cruise. But I'm almost all better, so
that's good. It's not
Yeah.
important that you feel good. It's important that you look good, and you look marvelous.
Oh, you say that to everybody. You say that to everybody, Rob. Hey, Bob. Bob says he just got permission in Panama. Okay, there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. I know he was down in Panama. So, hey, Brent, how you doing? Good to see you. And we got a question from Jim. He wants to know what editor you use when you edit.
I use a few different programs, but I mostly use Adobe. I would say don't go by what I do. I have Adobe only because I use a lot of the other things that have nothing to do with editing with Adobe, with like the PDF readers and stuff like that. So I'm not paying for it. The business pays for it, sort of thing. So if I had to pay for it myself, I probably wouldn't use that. I'd use something else. I am horrible at editing. Horrible. So
Wow.
that's why I really don't post, just because I really don't like putting out something that
You're
doesn't look
very
right.
you're very humble. But you know, Rob, I did go on your channel and I found out I went to the archives and I found one of your videos. And if you want, you can narrate over it. And
Oh,
I thought it was cool because you're one of the few guys I know that have flown out in Montauk.
it's that morning. It doesn't look it, but it was freezing cold that morning. That was like December of I want to say 2018, 2019. It was just before COVID. It was cold that morning. My wife and my son Michael and I took a ride out to Montauk, and I put up the drone. Got a good shot. That was with the Mavic 2 Pro.
Okay, the
So you
Mavic
know
2
what?
Pro.
It may have been January because I got the Mavic 2 Pro right after Christmas. So that may have been January.
These are incredible shots of the lighthouse there, though.
I think that lighthouse, even the drive there, is just a lot of fun. What I need to do is spend like a weekend out in Montauk and get better shots of the lighthouse. And then also there's an old military base or radar installation that's now part of a camping ground that's only
Hmm.
about a mile away from Montauk that I want to get shots of both.
Yeah. Well, again, I thought this video was cool, really. So I gotta say, I hope to fly out there one day. And you got to get permission, right? You got to get permission
Yeah,
to
it's a
fly
state
there
park.
now.
So it's a
Yeah.
state park. Um, I don't know if they had the rule for state parks when I flew that drone, but I may have been flying illegally for that flight. So come get me, coppers, because again, I don't know if that would be considered a legal flight. I didn't have my Part 107 then, and I've learned a lot since then.
We got a drone superstar in the chat. Alex Escardo's watching. How you doing, Alex? Good to see you.
Yeah, CapCut is a great editing tool,
Yeah.
but is Cap? I'll ask Alex if he can answer it in the chat. Is CapCut linked to TikTok? Because when TikTok cut out, that's when CapCut cut out.
Right. I
So,
saw that. Yeah. But CapCut, I've used it once, maybe twice. And you know me, I'm an iMovie guy and light cut, you know. But oh, Eddie flew out at the lighthouse. Very, very all right.
yeah,
Oh,
that happens, Eddie.
okay. All right. So okay, so it's back to 90 days.
It is
Okay.
part of TikTok, so there you
Yeah,
go. That's
I
what it
got you.
is.
Hmm.
Which is a little unfair because um, CapCut you have to pay for, correct?
No, there's a free version
Oh, there's a free
too. I
version.
don't know if there's.
So it's weird. So if you paid for it, right? If you have the free version, I understand it being cut off. But if you paid for it, how do they have? They just take it away. You don't get a refund. It is owned
Yeah.
by ByteDance, so that answers it. All right.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, again, It's all political, I think.
Yeah,
But we don't talk about politics here.
not going there.
No, no. But Jim uses Da Vinci too. Okay. I've heard a lot of good things about Da Vinci.
There was a program that Lawrence from those guys told me about. Filmora was the name of it. He said it's free software that's very easy to use. Know that it might go dark again in 75 days, but yeah, he's right.
Yeah,
It depends on if they can work out a deal.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't do anything fancy with my editing, basic editing.
You listen. You do a lot more editing than I do. You put in the little globe and then the map, and that all takes work.
But anyway, um, and I had a view of video lined up, and now I can't seem to find it. But I found another one of your videos, Rob. So I'm going to show that one right now. I usually show a
What
viewer
is it? The
video
only two videos
too.
I have online.
No, you have quite a few, But
I got
again, you know me, I'm very, very patriotic. So, I, and I've been flying at this location myself.
Oh, this was with the Mavic 2 Pro also.
Yeah, that's a great place to fly.
It's an interesting subject matter. I wish there was more cloud cover to create a better shot.
I like
Okay.
flying there. I do.
Okay, enough. It's just me flying
No,
in a
you got
circle.
some great shots there. It's a very interesting memorial.
Yes.
I usually go there on Memorial Day. But anyway, that's a nice video, Rob.
That's
So
yeah. Again, I was practicing as we were talking in the back room. I was just trying to practice manually flying a spiral, not necessarily a circle, but starting in close and then spiraling out. That's all I was experimenting there.
oh, okay, yeah. Um, I most of the time I do manual orbits. I I just I know the automatic orbit would be much smoother for for me. Uh, and for the people watching the videos, but I like to do manual orbits. I do.
Yeah,
So,
I'm getting lazy with the DJI Master Shots. I use it heavily now because I can get what I want quickly, automatically. As long as I set it up. So I'm starting to become a lazy pilot when it comes to recreational flying.
well, I got to say, I am going to start using the quick shots a lot more, really, um, because they do a much better job than when I do it. I'm just stubborn.
Did you see the? Actually, I think I only put it on TikTok. The Capt video. I when we were
Capture.
with Capt.
When
What's
you and I were flying,
Yeah, yeah. That morning you and I went flying. I put a little video up from Capt Cottage,
okay.
and I used Master Shots.
You
It's
talking the
great.
cap tree by the bridge, or you talking about
The house, that
Stony
little
Brook?
house,
That's in
the
Stony Brook.
Stony Brook. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that. But
You're
in the
not gonna
meantime,
find that. It's on TikTok. You're not gonna
oh,
find
okay.
that.
No, no. If you can find it quick, I'll share it.
I don't even know how to log into TikTok on the computer. Hold
But
on.
as you and a few other people know, I got a friend of mine who's a retired police officer involved with drones, and he's
Uh,
been putting out videos lately. He bought a drone finally.
Seuss Builderane was enjoying a drink at a nearby
And
saloon, Higby
he
Saloon.
adds his
When the
drone
sharp
flying
crack
into his videos now. And if you don't know
gunfire
Profiling
broke the
Evil,
quiet
Mike
night.
King,
With only 6
it's a
police
great
officers to
channel,
patrol
really.
this rapidly growing
Profiling
city
Evil.
of Los Angeles,
Oh, you
Bill
spoke about him before.
his horse and charged
Yes.
toward the Cala de los Negros.
But he's been putting his drone to good use.
So let's pause in this video for just a moment to get an
Let me see if I can cue it
over
up to his
much of
drone
that
flying.
area.
But I
Rallied a
appreciate
handful of
him mentioning that he's into drones
a
now,
newspaper
and I can't find it right now.
Tong leader
So I
killed
got to
during the initial
apologize for that. I
violence.
should have had it all queued up, but it
No
got
ultimately
lost.
served time for the massacre.
But
I
he's been
just
using
found
his
out-
drone
He remains a
on his
stark reminder of
profiling
the era's
evil videos
anti-Chinese
lately.
prejudice and its
So if
enduring
you get a chance,
impact
go check it out.
on this community.
Thank you again for
Which
sharing,
kind of
Mike.
brings us to today, but back in 1876.
So
And
I
he does
just
a lot
found
of
out
history, too.
I have more than one TikTok account.
Oh, you do?
I guess I had one from when I had a different phone, and I guess I didn't log into the correct account when I got my new phone. So
Okay. Were you
I
able to bring
can't
it up?
can't bring it up. No,
Oh, no? Oh, okay.
no, sir. Sorry. I mean, I could play it on the phone and then hold it here.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to see it. That's
Nah,
for
it
sure.
wouldn't be the same.
So, but I'm surprised nobody has put in their numbers yet, their lucky numbers, because now it's time for the contest for the monthly giveaway, Rob, and you're eligible too. You don't know what the lucky number is, so now's the time to put in your
Between
lucky
what number
numbers,
and what number?
1 to 25, and it's for the Amazon gift card, $10 Amazon gift card. So, nope, not 4, not 18, not 6. Oh, I do see it. Somebody got it. So, I think Jerry Bauer, he got it first, number 22. And if I called it wrong, like I usually do, I'll correct it. But it was 22. So, Jerry, your name's going to go in the hat. I'll put it right in the hat right now. There we go. So, but anyway, it's all about having fun, Rob, really.
Yeah.
So, but I got to say thank you so much for being on tonight, Rob. I know you get up very early in the morning. You're usually in bed by now.
Yeah, it's a little bit past my bedtime.
But I appreciate you taking the time to be on, and I know the viewers found you very interesting, really. I had another one of your videos queued up too, but I always enjoy flying with you when I'm back in New York, and I look forward to flying with you at the South Florida Drone Meetup. And I got to say thank you very much for sponsoring it with your generous donations.
Not a problem at all. Happy to
So
do it.
now it's the time for you to say your goodbyes and anything you'd like to promote, like your channel.
No, don't go to my channel. I say that every time I'm on your show. Please don't go to my channel.
I know.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. I really, other than support your local community, volunteer fire departments, or help out your community in any way you can.
And I got to say thank you, again, for your service to the Syosset Fire Department. It's a great thing that you're doing. No doubt about it. And you really started up a great program there. You should be very proud. I'm proud of you. I brag all the time about you.
I feel I get more. I'm getting more out of being a member of a group like that than I'm giving back to. Like it's very rewarding to help out.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Rob. And thank you to all the viewers for tuning in tonight. You could be doing a lot of other things than watching my live stream. But I told you I'd have a great guest tonight, and sure enough.
And where's this great guest?
Yeah, Rob
I didn't see him.
Came through as usual. But thank you guys. And John Gregory will be my guest next week. And we got Billy Kyle on